Moving into the next area, we have the option of regaining all of our fate points, gaining a talisman, or maximum supplies. We'll roll the dice on a talisman because gaining one fate doesn't seem like it's that exciting to me. But these talismans have been pretty mediocre. +1 rank to all wind cards? All wind cards? Well, we'll take this one because it comes with some int. And then for Realm 2, we could have a Sanctuary, Burning Ground, no safe passage. Nodes have a chance to contain random caches to aid you. Area contains oases. Nodes have a chance to have Burning Ground. Or we take damage and no campsite nodes. This one doesn't sound too bad. I kind of like the idea of having some oases on hand. And then this item goes here, I guess. And then the boots require a bit of dex to make work. So we might invest in a little dex at some point. What the heck are wind cards though? I don't honestly know. Now, speaking of which, we can get the last fate here and then make our way to the shop, but we take a curse unless we buy a scroll of town portal, which I could buy and then immediately spend a town portal scroll. This fight looks awful though. It might be too dangerous to risk going here because this fight looks bad. Then this fight looks bad. These effigies are really scary is the problem that I've had in the past. So we could get the fate, then we go through 2 shrines. Okay. Sure. Let's get the fate. We might pick up a legendary of some value. Scout a path. We're gonna go for gain items. Whoa. That makes the Forge seem a bit more tempting, maybe. Now, I haven't adjusted Stroud's thing, but getting a secret is nothing too unfortunate. I never use map fragments in Realms mode. I don't know if that's just me or not, but let's see. Potions are always tempting. But we just picked up an AP potion, so I think we have enough, and I kind of want to save my money. I feel like 2 shrines could make things a lot worse for us downstream. So it just looks like more baddies are going to be added to a lot of the fights below us. Looks like did it all go to... Okay, it went to these 2. Got it. Now, we do have a choice of whether we go to the Forge, where we don't have much... There's not much going on there. So I think we'd rather have the shop and hope that we can pick up a legendary that's going to be slightly transformative. All right, fingers crossed. +1 strength. You are affected by 2 bleed every turn. While affected by bleed, you have a 42% chance of avoid receiving elemental ailments. Interesting. What about this ring, though? Grant restore. Restore heals 3 more hit points, +1 max HP, plus SP. That ring is not bad. Dexterous handling is really good, but 18 dex is really hard to come by. We can pick up 2 dex here. Those gloves are so good, though. I'm trying to see if there's any other gear we could pick up that... Like, this robe we should definitely pick up. The boots aren't bad either. But we do have those legendary boots. This Galefang also increases poison damage? So let's definitely buy that. Let's definitely buy that. Now, the extra AP on the gloves and the extra card draw. I think it's worth investing and trying to get that going. So we can buy these two, and then do we even have... Yeah, we do have the ability to get our decks up to 12, but we need to go all the way to 18. We can wear those boots, but we need a Void Rune. Were you selling Void Runes? You always have Void Runes, I think. Okay, so... We don't want Toxic Expulsion, so we get rid of that. And then... This is +1 Dexterity, so we might as well put that there. Puts us at 13. But are we really going to make the investment of 5 more to get 5 more int? We should probably do our gambling while we're here. Okay, let's get a ring. We got a belt. Pacifist Symbol. Grants heavy block. If you did not play an attack this turn, restore 3 HP. Once per battle, gain 25 guard. +1 to strength-based challenges. It's not what we needed, to be sure. But it's just a strictly better version of that. We can void the heavy block. Because I don't think that's useful. And then... Sell that, sell that. We have the Purity Rune, which we can use somewhere probably. Okay, but then we're really stuck on Gift of Mercy is pretty underwhelming. The boots are similarly not great. Ooh, we did not buy enough for the Town Portal Scroll. That's probably a little dangerous. That's probably definitely a little dangerous. Those aren't of any use. Guess we'll buy these because we're just kind of committed to whatever we're going to do. The Gift of Mercy is a big heal. And I don't think we're ever getting to the dexterity that we need to get to, which kind of makes the runes that we picked up of dexterity a little less valuable. 5 more dex for an extra AP. We can get 4 of it by swapping a talent very soon. Maybe we're close enough, actually. Let's invest in the future. These gauntlets are significantly better than the alternative. So now we just have rare armor, blessed with vigil, hunter's cache, and it's just 2. Okay, I think we do want to go over here. Then we have to do this fight, which is going to be a little rough. All right, and then we'll see where we are. Oh, we take a curse too. Okay, so traveling merchant. I think we want to go like this. Yeah. Get away from the scout, at least initially. Okay, we're still way too broke to be able to do anything. Would we have preferred what we got here? Grants deflect, immunity on consumable use, 8% chance of discard instead of expending. I could see a world in which that might be useful. There's that dexterity rune we need. Do we have anything to sell? And I can sell this. The purity rune is relatively valuable. And would we get to the last dexterity rune? Would we get to 52 if we sold? So this would bring us to 40. This would bring us to 45. No, we don't get there. No gambling to be done. Yeah, so we just have to hold off unless there's anything here that... Oh. We never buy these. Let's buy one of these and then immediately activate it for the money. Can I not activate it when I'm in here? Certainly looks that way. Well, that certainly takes a lot of the value away from that that action. Whoopsie daisies. All right. Well, you live and you learn. All right. Can't sell it back, so I guess yeah, we're just SOL, but that's okay. The Ionic Stone. Spend 1 to gain 1 AP. I'm sure there's a world where that's very valuable, but we're not going to get the Dex rune, so now we just have to decide. I think I like this one, so I think we'll go off to the right, even though there's potentially some danger. Okay, 2 baddies versus us. What? Hello? Why is it not telling me what they're doing? Let's see. Okay, Parasitic Leaf. Shuffle 1 card into the draw pile, apply 3 blinds. So we're going to move back out of the way of this, I think. How did we get Feral Leap? That must have been on one of the... Okay, I think I'm just going to move back up here. This is still going to do its thing. There's really nothing we can do about it. We should definitely spend the insight and then leave it at that, I think. We're doing good damage, that's for sure. So you're a Titan and a Charge Eater. Yeah, so that's why we spent what we had. I think we can get the Scorpion dead. So I'm gonna do that. How the Scorpion ended up here, I'm not 100% clear on. Oh, you're just still hitting me, aren't you? How quaint. All right, let's get the Hunter's Cache. If we're gonna take damage, we might as well do that. That was... I guess this thing can just hit me anywhere. Pretty unfortunate. Return a card to my draw pile. A Luminous Mind, so we get more charge out of it, I presume. It's hitting for 12 again. We do have the block for it, but... Oh good, it puts it under a rock. How lovely. I guess there isn't much value to not using it, but... This will keep our draw generation happening. And then we're lacking SP, which means to actually get hits off, I'm just going to have to move, which is unfortunate. The fact that it teleports is a bummer, but we'll just leave it. We'll just leave it in that corner. So yeah, so as long as I keep... So what is causing me to put a card on top of my draw pile? It's Dismay, but it's totally working out well for us because it's causing us to generate a bunch of good stuff. So let's see. So we can't really... So I have enough to tank it. So the question is... I think I Luminous Mind, and then I I do the attack. Okay, and it didn't matter anyways. And then we'll do that because it's going to charge eat anyways. I was promised oases. Where are my oases at? Oh, that's very unfortunate. Okay. Well, we got it. Don't like that we took the damage on that one hit, but that's just the way it is sometimes. Okay, so if we want to, we have one here. Now, we could just get a stat point, but we need to work our way over to this anyways. And I really wanted a temple shelter, because I think it's way better than the synergy card that we're spending our SP on now. Now this fight looks like it's gonna be a little tough. But we don't really have anything else to do. Okay, so you're probably going to be shocking. You're going to be chilling, so we need defends, which we don't have. Actually, this is very bad. Dead drawing on these is like... We're going to take a bunch of damage here. I don't think there's any way around it. No, hold on. We want to part the reeds to send you up there. You can still target us, so that's, you know, that's a bummer. Yeah, I wish there was more I could do, but I'm just going to take an insane amount of elemental damage because I can't move out of the way of these guys. And I drew no defense, so... Yeah. It's very, very unfortunate. Okay, so let's see. That's maximally discounted, so we might as well do that. This time we have temple shelter, so we have an answer. So at least this time we shouldn't. Okay, you have, so this guy has potent, which means we can't actually defend his shenanigans, which is, at least sometimes we won't be able to. That's going to be very unfortunate. We may need our second... So this time it's not potent. That's good news. Can I get you with Feral Leap? I can, really easily. Okay. Okay, so we'll see if the potent is just something that I'm going to have to deal with because it's not written on the cards. No, okay. This time it was defended. So I'm only sometimes going to run into problems with potency. This time it's potent. Okay, noted. We need to Luminous Mind, and then... And even then we're going to take some damage, thanks to the potency issue. At some point, this wolf may start attacking, which is going to be a drag. But yeah, these guys being unavoidable is really, really uncool. Does this have... This is just dropped gold. And these, on round end... Units on this cell will take... Okay, so I can move through it with Feral Leap, I think. So it's vulnerable into that. Then shift to here to get the defense. And do we need to use the SP? We don't. Okay, I think we're safe now, and we'll probably regen most of our health thanks to the Oases. But the potent threw a wrinkle in things for sure. So let's kill you this turn. How does that sound? Okay. Oh, I didn't defend. That was sloppy. We'll do that. We will... Let's... that gets the kill. I'm trying to think if... we don't have a defend this turn. So I think we want to finish it off, even though we left a little bit of HP healing on the table, potentially. So we get 2. So we can gain a skill. I'm still really interested in... Spirited Chi. So let's draw one from here. Purge 2 is also very good. I think we grab a respec point, though. And then use it on Insight. Game just doesn't want to give me the goods, it seems. Our deck has gotten too thick, so we need to do that. And then I'm gonna grab 4 decks, which puts us at 17. And did we need to go to 18 for these? Yeah, so we're still just a tiny bit short. Okay, but let's see. The boots, our boots already have, oh, they have no dexterity on them. So if we do this, we get these. These have dexterity, so now we can swap that back like that. So we just need these boots to be able to equip the item. Lovely. All right. That's very interesting. But we did get it equipped, so let's take a look at our deck now, which I think has gotten a little chunky. There we go. So we'll get rid of that. Yeah, so... I don't foresee us using Chi Circle very much. Nor do I see us using 2 Blazing Wills. Maybe 1 Deflect goes away, and I don't think... Right now, Chi Orb I don't think is doing it for us. Gain 3 critical and 3 agility. Yeah, I think that is worth keeping in the deck. So this is only 2 bad guys. But one of them is a lich, which means that they're going to be summoning more. Or it's a mage, slightly different. Burning Ground, area occupied by beasts, areas occupied by humanoids, areas occupied by undead. But there doesn't seem to be anything else. And we get 2 supplies on clear, and it has Hunter's Caches. We don't really care about Hunter's Caches. Dire Mutant. So we got 2 Effigies of the Wind. This has Oases and Armor Caches. Rock Pillars and Difficult Terrain. Or we can just skip the whole thing and just get some money out of it. I kind of want another level up, although I already equipped the weapon. And I don't think we get that much XP for doing elite fights. That's been my experience. I think this one on the right is a horrible mistake. We definitely shouldn't go there. But this one, I think it's better than a question mark, even though the question mark comes with money. Okay, raise zombie. So as much as we can do to this guy, I think that's our goal. And if we put him on the square where he was raising the zombie, does that block him from being able to do stuff? That would be entertaining. Should have done this earlier if I was gonna do it. But the agility hangs around, I think. Nope, Charge Eater. The agility does not hang around. Just kidding. Okay, so you're hitting the backmost target. So now we're definitely going to need to defend ourselves a little bit. The dexterous handling lets us move quite a bit if we want to. So I'll go ahead and do that. Then 10 plus 6, 16. We can defend that, I think, relatively easily. And what do these do? Draw a dex card. When opened, draw a dex card. Okay, we'll probably just we'll probably use all our agility just to move to here. But let's see what we can do on you first. We have no dex cards, so it's not particularly useful. Okay, so he's gaining 1 invulnerable. Oh, on the zombie, okay. So we just have to keep moving around the zombie. That's not the end of the world. Okay, you're aim shotting, which is totally fine. If we put this here, we do get the kill, so I think I probably will do that. Oh, at full cost, though, that's a little difficult. A little difficult to swallow. Okay. And then if I wind palm you, I'll just move you up there, I guess. Okay, and you're gaining an invulnerable, but there's nothing we can do about that. But there's no point in spending SP on it. This is a cell-based attack, so we just have to move, which we can do that, getting out of the way, but now beautiful. All right. I'm digging Int Stroud. I'm digging Int Stroud. There's something interesting to it. Okay, 12 arrow shot back to front. We're just going to take that one on the chin unless we get the kill, which we can do. Okay. I mean, I think picking up those gloves was a pretty transformative thing. Man, the amount of dex gear we're getting that I can't take advantage of is kind of comical. We can get these boots can go away now. That's the good news. But we're out of void runes. Move to any cell in the back row, draw 1 card limited. I'll probably hang on to that for the time being, but it's not exactly what we were looking for. Let's see. So Searing Wrath, deal 50 damage, apply 33 vulnerable, immutable. Not affected by stat bonuses, etc. Channeled potent. Or Brahavana. For every strength card in hand, peek 1. Choose any number of cards from the list and discard them. Draw the same number of cards. Okay. These are all like that. Rupa we know is good, but not great. So I think I'll probably grab this one. And then I think we'll go through the initiative. Yeah, let's get a tier 2 skill out of this one. Healing and status effects applied by consumables are increased. That's interesting. Curio Attunement is the one that I've been thinking about. Oh, but we can also get Well Prepared. I don't think any of these are particularly interesting. Soul Reaver, though, for the healing is quite nice. I think for now, just max card draw, though, is the best thing. And then we'll swap that when we get another tier 1, I think. So we have this weird situation where we really want a fight so that we don't go into the Ancient Defender fight with a curse. But I don't know. We may have to do some work to try to figure that out. I'm just going to go Wandering Peddler to that, I think. We just have the 1 token, and we're not going to get any jewelry out of it, so that's fine. Now we do technically, if I go here to here to here, yeah, I can get everything this way. Even though this was fruitless, c'est la vie. What are your camping skills? Can I look at them right now? I feel like I don't even know how to do that. I'm not sure if you can look at the camping skills from here. I just don't remember if there's one that would take that off. But we basically have to decide if we're going to go camping, which could give us a skill up. We're flush on supplies. Sure, we'll get a buff out of it too. Oh yeah, they're all luck-based, aren't they? Now, we're okay with the 3 exhaustion because we have the potion. Temple Shelter, getting it up there seems like it could be really good. We have 7 hours left. That doesn't leave us... I don't think that leaves us enough to do anything else. So we can do that for a free meal. Does that... This is going to add 3 exhaustion. We have the ability to cure 3 exhaustion. I don't think we have enough time, though, to... Why are we just getting so many of these? Alright, yeah, we didn't... Target hero gains 1 exhaustion. Intrusion cards have no effect while heroes engage in this activity. I guess we do that? Alright, and then you have 2 exhaustion, which means we need... Oh, we had 2 invigorating brews. Alright, that was a slight miscalculation. We could have done more with that. Okay, we had another chance to trade. Looks like we're not going to get much out of the trade, though. Yeah, does not look good. Spell penetration, that's also not going to do us much good. All right, well, I guess we're going into the final fight. Oh, we did lose our curse somehow. I'm not sure exactly how that worked. And then our deck, I would remove Fade to Shadows if I could. Is Feral Leap better than Fade to Shadows? I think it probably is. Oh, I could put Purity on this, though. And I think if that has Purge, that's better. All right, well, this is gonna be a tough one. We're gonna have to get some early. We're gonna have to push pretty hard to get some early kills on the constructs, because we need to build in our deck enough ways to do damage to the end boss. I think this is gonna be a little tricky. Wow, these have so many hit points. That actually is shocking to me. Oh, come on, you're blocking, really? So if I move to... So, okay, so here's the problem. I think... Yeah, I think I bungled this one a little bit. I think I need to... I didn't expect him to block our ability to hit him. So I think I just accept that that's the way it's going to go and defend up. And we're not facing a Charge Eater, so we can do that. But we have to get them down, or the might is gonna be real bad for us. This fight is really hard for our build right now. So I'm going to move out of way of some of those. We're still taking some hits. Can I kill you with 2 hits? Looks like maybe? Then I think I need to do that and just put some damage in there. This guy, I'm worried at some point he's going to start eating these constructs, and we need that not to happen. We need to make sure that we're getting more kills on the construct. Okay, that was exactly what we didn't want to happen, was to invest a lot of energy in trying to kill that one and then it dying to regular stuff. Okay, not great, not great. What did we put Purge on? Oh, we put Purge on the move card that we can't use to move. That's awesome. Okay, so we need to do that to get him out of commission. Then... Oh my gosh, we can't reach them? That is very, that was very unfortunate that the route that we are currently suffering from has put us out of range of all of the constructs. Why is... Oh, I'm still rooted because of the 33% chance. That's, it's very unfortunate. Okay, get you out of the way so we're not taking any hits. I think it's most important that we get these things dead. Hold on, I need to defend up into that. Fuse the Ancient Defender. So this guy's already dead, which means let's focus on this guy. I know we're supposed to be killing these faster. If I could, I would. $55 is a big number. Do I not have the ability to mitigate that either? Okay, no. 10. Okay, we don't have a lot of options there. Let's see. So... let's fade to shadows to here, because it's free. I'm going to spend this to try and protect us. Got another fuse of the Ancient Defender thing, which is not good for business. So that's a freebie, and then I think we need to do that and do another defend. I really don't have a good feel for how many fusions is too many fusions. Maybe that's the lesson we learn here, but I think we do that. We do that to remove that. Then nobody's hitting this turn, so I think we just take the opportunity to do that, and then I don't really want to move backwards with Fade. So I think we call that good enough, and we just keep pressing. We're gonna hope that these two on the back row, we can put in some serious damage on them during this next turn. Oh geez, he's super in the way, isn't he? Let's see. Part the Reeds is gonna help though. Let's see. I would prefer to use this Blade Fragment. Well, yeah, I should use it here. We should do this for sure. We just need to take the damage. That's just the way it goes. This guy's fusing with the Ancient Defender, so we really need to answer the question, can we get the kill on it? I think the answer is no matter what, no. But let's try. Okay, we do get the kill. That's good. We get the Shell Fragment. And we barely defended enough. Okay, actually more than... We did better than I expected. Okay, so... 55. I mean, does that just mean we're dead? Can't help but feel like it's very bad for business, and doesn't seem like. So, deal 42 damage to all targets, minus 15 damage on target for every target in front of them in the same lane. Guard is twice as effective against this skill. Okay, so I think we just have to go ham on the defense. Because it's twice as effective. So right now it's going to take 27 defense. So I'm going to do that and then move this guy down, I guess. And if I read this correctly, the increased block efficacy is going to protect us. All right, looks like it is. Okay, he did get one more fuse. I don't know if that increases, like, it certainly increases armor and things like that, but the jailer is super annoying here. Can I blade fragment you? I can't. All right, we blade fragment here. We do that to get the kill, even though that's whatever. We need to defend for 13. That shouldn't be too troublesome. Okay. Alright, and now it is... This is supposed to remove all defensive buffs. Okay, so that gets us to the point where we can put some damage in this turn, and then... I'll just do that. Okay, so I think at this point it's just an exercise in patience. And I think we probably killed enough of them to be able to do what we need to do. He is hitting for 28. But guard is twice as effective. Oh. Wait, that looked like it did nothing. Now, he does seem to be healing quite a bit. Let's not take damage we don't have to take here. Yeah, the blade fragments are the most important, although we're gonna need to move out of this one. Oh, we can't move out of this one, so we're gonna need to move him so that the 6x12 doesn't hit. But I think we have this sorted. Doesn't matter if he and I are aligned this turn. We'll do that, we'll do that, we'll do that, and it's just a matter of time now. Certainly does like rooting us, doesn't he? We got a little unlucky with draws this time. 10 adjacent doesn't matter, so might as well punch him a little bit. Although without the ability to remove defensive buffs, this we'd be in a lot of trouble. But I think we have enough of those cards in our hands that we should be able to make it work. Yeah. Oh, do those... I should check. I don't think those retain, but if the blade fragments retain, we should save them for multiple turns in the future when we will need them. Like this turn. Move here. We'll definitely use that. I'm not too proud to build in the appropriate amount of defense. You're at 42. We're blocking 44. So that should be all fine. Int Stroud. Not as much of a slacker as I expected. I'm not sure what the strongest cards are. Laser Beam is cell focused, so we'll probably just move out of the way of it. Do we even bother? Wait, do these retain? No, they don't retain. So we might as well do that. Yeah, I don't see a value to moving out of this guy's way. Just need to hammer on him. Let's see, shell fragment. We'll take all that off, and then I think it's we stack up some vulnerable, and then give him some punches. Shame we can't get Oases on the final fight. We kind of drew all of our defense and none of our anything else on that one. So there we go. We get rid of that. We'll do... Oh, we can't move. That's a little unfortunate. That's actually rather unfortunate. I think we're going to take some damage here. Oh, no, we're not. Okay. That, the way that reports how much the damage is going to be reduced, the math seems a little wonky to me. Did that just removed all of our other debuffs? 2 might be a little rich for my blood. Yeah, I think Chi Shot into Wind Palm. I can just move out of the way of this, can't I? That's probably the play. In fact, does that just invalidate it so I don't even need to move? Okay, even better. Okay, more defense than we could ever possibly want. Okay, we tried, but we weren't going to be doing much on that round. Okay, and here are all the blade fragments. Yeah, picking up the extra AP on the gloves was extremely worth it, even though it cost quite a bit in terms of dex investment. I think we're going to be close, but we're not quite going to make it, yeah. His days are numbered, though. Let's see. Can we get it? Yes, we can. So many levels up, so little time. Power Glove grants hand cannon. +1 strength. Melee attacks generate 3 critical, +1 attack damage, +1 AP. This is probably better than the gloves that we have currently, but I need to think about it for a second there. Let's see. So we can master a card. Which were the ones that were generating Fury? Yeah, let's get Wind Palms generating Fury. I think that's a good investment. And then I'm gonna try working Searing Wrath into the deck. And let's get our mastered Wind Palm upgraded. We want to convert it to int scaling, but that's not going to happen quite yet. More AP, you say? How hard is it for us to get these APs? These two are both in the middle. So that's like 2 away for us. 1, 2, 3. Sure, we'll do that. Let's get the other Wind Palm upgraded. Those are kind of like our damage dealers. I think it's worth the investment. And then I'm gonna go fishing for another which one was it? Spirited Chi, but there we go. Nice. Okay. So we just picked up a few cards. Let's take a look at our deck. Part the Reeds has been doing really good work for us. I think Searing Wrath is just better than Blazing Will, so I think it's like a direct inline upgrade. So I'll do that, and then I think 1 less Chi Shot. We're not going to lose much sleep not having. Yeah, we'll call it good there. All right, headed into Realm 3. Let's gain a legendary item. Hope we get something interesting. Okay, so we have the Esoteric Grimoire. Grants Hasty Invocation, +1 spell attack damage, +2 channel charges, gain 1 channel charge on battle start. Actually kind of interesting just for the battle start effect. Grants Deliverance. Deliverance restores 17% more HP, max HP reduced by 6%. Revive a fallen ally in battle, restoring 35% of them. That's not going to work for us. And then Pledge of the Fallen. Grants Empower, +2 melee damage. Melee attacks deal up to 4 guard. And +5 HP on minion kill. Pledge of the Fallen is interesting. We'd end up losing a dexterity here. We don't really care about the Galefang. Is that a 2-hander or a 1-hander? That is a 2-hand legendary spear. So this one, the spell damage would affect things. The +2 channel charges and the channel charge start. But then Hasty Invocation. Add a random evocation card to your hand, gain 1 agility. This one I think would be really fun to play with. This one, I think, is better overall. Wait, let's take a look. So this is melee, 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 but these are spell, spell. So it's really a question of if we're sticking with melee or not. I feel like Hasty Invocation would just be funky. This one is the stronger one, though, I think. Now, do we... Okay, and we still maintain the gloves. That's good. And we can remove that. And that means that we can now void this. Remove the Purge rune. And then... Yeah, I think we don't have a place to put the Purge rune yet. Now, which of these do we prefer? The Dust Deceivers with the card draw, I think it's too good not to take. Hand Cannon's not that interesting for us, I don't believe. Okay, so I think that's all good. And now where are we going? Twisted Providence, Burning Ground, Chilling Ground, Energy Siphon. That sounds like a recipe for death. There would be no ground that we would be able to stand on. Items along the route have been concealed. Or enemies have increased HP. Enemies have lightning resist, cold resist. Party gains 1 exhaustion when entering the realm. We can work around that, but let's re-roll this one. No campsites, no forge nodes. I really kind of want a forge node. More max HP. Party loses some of their HP. Items along the route have been concealed. I don't like gaining an exhaustion. But we do have the potion. So let's do this, and we'll just immediately burn off that, unless I see a better way to get around it. We have an early shop, but we don't really have the fate to make it useful. And this is Nightmare Alley over here, which is an interesting movie, as a side note. So if we went down this way, we could get a quick fight. This, we pick up a fate, then we come over here. Seems very unlikely we're going to get 2 fate. This fight looks also a little dangerous. So the only way that we get around this fight is if we go to the shop, which I don't think we're going to do. So let's just go here. Oh, I didn't get rid of the exhaustion. Whoops. Hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt us. So if we shift up 1... Oh, it still only targets in a square. Dang. Very disappointing. That's certainly a bright flash. That was cool. I mean, that was a great first turn, let's be honest. Although I'm worried that the lack of scaling on that card is going to come back to hurt us. Right? The fact that it's immutable means that it's not gonna scale too fantastically. That's a big damage thing. Is that because we have a Fury? We have critical might and Fury. Dang. Okay, yeah, that's pretty that's a lot of damage. Actually, hold on. Let's move up 1. Let's see if... Wait. Why did that show... Okay, this is doing 75. Okay, that was just an error in design there. I think we do get rid of you though. And then move into target lane. That's all fine. I think I just defend it. Okay, it seems like we've gotten an increase in strength here, to be sure. Okay, not bad. It was a very disappointing amount of experience that we got, though. Let's get rid of the U. Yeah, I like what we have going on at the moment. Can I get both of these? I can't. Okay, so if I just like commit to it, I think I can do this to this to this to that. That's probably fine. Belt's not going to be useful. Upgrades a common item to a magic item. That one I think we could get down with. Let's see. Oh yeah, I need to use... We picked up this, which now we can activate it. So we'll just take the money and run. And then... Where was that other thing? I always forget where it puts some of these things. So, common item... Oh, we still don't have our second ring, do we? But this plus int is pretty good. So let's just do that. +1 card draw every 6 turns. I'm not gonna complain about it. Okay, this fight I was nervous about though. Yeah, it's just a lot of dynamics at play here. I really thought Searing Blow was going to behave slightly differently. So we still have 3 actions. So I'm trying to figure out if I can get this kill with this. And I don't think that leaves me enough to get you dead. You're doing root and exposed, which is exposed is quite bad. To the point where I think I need to run away? Which means I need to run, I think, wait, the red circles indicate that this guy's going to do this no matter where we go. Hate to see that. So even if I sent this guy into the Nether Realm, he's still going to do that, I think. So I think I'm better off just defending and praying here. Oh, I forgot to move. Okay, that was a bit of an error. Because now I'm going to get rooted on this poison pile. Not great. Okay. Yeah, this is dangerous, to be sure. I think we're... Oh, we're not. Yeah, this is going to get bad before it gets good. Exposed is really dangerous here. Spiders. It's always spiders. Are we dead? No, we're not. Okay, we're gonna have to use both potions, I think. It said 3 poison. Game! Oh my god, this drives me insane. Sometimes, Gordian Quest, you really steam my britches. It said 3 poison. I would have used the potions before, but 3 became 11, and 11 became death. So, what are you gonna do? Alright, well, we go again, I guess.